the fact is you are holy. Whether you know that or not, would be better if you did, but you are. And at moments we do, even though at times we don't. And so that's what it's saying is your understanding isn't necessary for truth to be true. And thank God that's true. Because we don't understand the whole. How many times have somebody tried to explain something to you and you go, oh, now I understand. Whereas before you didn't know, and so you were making judgments based on partial information. And then you're told something and you go, oh, I get that. Like the theory of everything, if you've seen the movie, if you've seen even any of the work of Stephen Hawking, or any of the stuff that he talks about, anything in science now about the Big Bang and all this other stuff, and we're beginning to understand a little more of what all this stuff is about. And we go, gosh, I have got a greater insight. Well, that's still just a glimmering of probably the more massive understanding there is out there. So the thing still occurs even though we don't understand it, just like gravity. Gravity happens even though your 6-year-old dog may not understand it, not 6-year-old dog. The understanding of your dog who understands at the level of a 6-year-old may not understand it.
He's actually 6 now.
Oh, he is 6? He is 6 now, so there we go.
So he's a 6-year-old.
But look, it's kind of the last line, and that's kind of the kicker line of all of this and what Doug said. Therefore, your understanding isn't necessary. It says, start from about the 4th line there in that second paragraph. A better and far more helpful way to think of miracles is this. You do not understand them, either in part or in whole. And, you might say, well, I do. Miracles are shifts in perception that allow us to see the truth in every situation. Did you want to say something?
We have 2 comments from people I thought I could share.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Deborah in Phoenix says, nicely said, Paul. And Linda in Montana says, thanks so much for what you are sharing about God being with us no matter where we go or what we are doing.
Oh, very nice. Thank you. So we have this is a live feed that's going on right now, so it's fun to hear what you're saying. So guys, share, thanks so much. Share more too. But this is such a great line. You don't understand them, neither in part or in whole, but they've been done through you. So we might say, well, a miracle is, the Course somewhat defines it as a shift in our perception that allows us to see what's really going on in any situation, the love that's really there, instead of the anger or the judgment or the attack. So we can move past our defenses and really hear what might be healing. Okay, so that we know is what is the truth. Now, we don't do it very often. Sometimes we do it, and sometimes we don't. We probably do it less often than we think we should, right? So what it's saying is that you don't understand either in part or in whole, yet those miracles have still occurred by you just simply being there. Have you ever had somebody say to you, you made such a difference just by being there? Nothing you said. Have you ever had somebody come back to you maybe a year later and say, you were just there and that meant a lot, and you go, I don't know, didn't really? Me just being there? I didn't understand that meant anything. It says, yet they've been done through you, therefore your understanding is not necessary. And that's where it seems like, well, I guess I don't need to know anything. I can be as dumb as a 6-year-old dog. I bet what it's saying is, I don't mean to be as dumb as one. I know, they're smart. I'm just teasing you now. But the fact is, your understanding isn't necessary for these things to occur, such as a good example again is gravity. Gravity happens whether you understand it or not, right? It's going on. These things of science happen whether or not we understand them or not. Yet, and this is the important part, yet it is impossible to accomplish what you do not understand. Now, from a perspective of truth, you cannot give what you do not have. So holiness is not possible unless it abides within you. Miracles are not possible unless the potential for them abides within you. So what it's saying is, so there must be something, capital something, so this is the truth, in you that does understand. So down deep inside, all of our judgments and fear and anger and thoughts of sin and thoughts of unworthiness is the truth. It's been buried, maybe down deep inside you, and you think locked away forever. But the fact is, God is with you. He lives and moves inside of you. Nobody else. He's just as real inside of you as he is inside of, say, the Dalai Lama. We need to uncover that truth. So we need to become that vessel that says, I am here only to be truly helpful. So our understanding isn't necessary, and yet our understanding is critical because it's there. It is there.